What's up, Internet? Matthew here. It is Friday, July 21st, 2017. This is not an official Brain Droppings vlog, but because it just happened yesterday, I feel it's important to talk about the suicide of Chester Bennington, the lead singer of Linkin Park. I'm actually filming just a stone's throw from where I filmed my vlog, Pure Acceptance, where I talked about Chris Cornell's death. I thought it was appropriate because Chris and Chester were friends. They were both incredible artists with amazing voices. And the same thing is being said right now about Chester that was said about Chris, is that the pain he went through, that he put into his music, helps so many people, including myself, process their pain and all their feelings and somehow make life more doable. I think we've all gone into the darkness, hopefully at more than one time or another. And I say hopefully because, as I've said, I've named this channel Monster Health and Fitness because when I went into my dark places, I became familiar with the monsters there. I didn't get scared of that darkness anymore. I became familiar with it. And I brought out some things about myself that I thought were just pure negatives. Turns out a lot of that had to do with my perception. And I bring all this up because I didn't say it when I said goodbye to Chris, but I'll say it now. When I was in my early teens, I attempted to take my own life too. It didn't work. I'm still here. It was a shift in perspective that really made the difference for me. But something interesting happened. I recorded one video that I was going to put up, and I was leaving. And I was letting the music play. Of course, I'm listening to nothing but Linkin Park right now. And the song Powerless came on. Because I was talking to somebody online, and we agreed there's a sense of helplessness, powerlessness, when you're dealing with suicide of someone who, again, I didn't know him personally, but it feels like a friend is gone. And you feel that powerlessness. But I wanted to talk about having an honest conversation about mental health, which is what this channel is all about. In particular, suicide. Now, we've lost two very important, or at least to me, very important people who helped a lot of others process their pain. And it's important to talk. It's important to really put on the table some things like, what is suicide really? Is it a selfish act by someone who just can't handle life? Or is it just a breaking point for someone who's done so much? Now I look at Chester, I look at Chris, I look at so many artists like them. I see them as superheroes. The superheroes have a breaking point. What these artists can do is to take all their pain, process it in such a way, reflect it, share it with others so we can all go, yeah, someone gets it. No, I could feel it. I could work through this. And music reaches us in a way that logic never will. It touches our emotions in a way that really helps us work through the issues that could very well be holding us back for years. And, to say that maybe it's selfish of us to want to keep these people around. Maybe they're put on this earth to do so much good for only so long. And then that's about as much as we can ask from them. And these are important conversations to have, I think. I think we really need to talk about this, but more than that, listening to that song as I was walking away from this point back to my car, it made me run back and film this again because there is something we can do. Because we're not powerless. I had scribbled something in an old journal I was flipping through the other day, and I wrote down this term that just popped into my head: embrace fiery compassion. And it led me to think of this term, active compassion. We all hear about paying it forward and doing things for others without really thinking of a return. There's so many religions who are based on that very idea. But now that we're thinking about the sadness and pain that some very impressive people felt that ended up pushing them over the edge, maybe we could think about the checkout girl who gave us the wrong change. Maybe we don't need to yell at her. Maybe we don't need to scream at the barista because they got the wrong order. We do so many small things, even passive aggressive things to each other, rather than really talk through our issues. Dr. Mel Robbins said in her TED Talk, what she was doing on this reality show she was on is moving in with families and talking about the real issues, not about who's not doing the dishes, what's really going on. Why aren't we having more honest conversations? Is it just to keep this unhappy ant colony bustling, to just say paper or plastic, credit or debit, and go on about our day? I know we're all busy. I know we have so much stuff to do, but can we take a minute for somebody? Can we take some time? Can you reach out to a friend you haven't talked to in a while? Somebody who's always putting up those really depressive posts on Facebook. Maybe you can just see how they're doing. I mean, really? I'm spitballing here. But what can we do to go out of our way for somebody else? Big or little things. Volunteer at a soup kitchen. Go to a park on your lunch hour and have a conversation with an old man or an old woman, somebody who's just sitting there alone in some sort of pain. Everybody is. Maybe we could share it together. Right now, everybody's been sharing their pain online, talking about how Chester helped them through their pain and now he's gone, and everyone's sharing together. Why does somebody have to die for us to do that? I'm asking questions. I'm asking all sorts of questions right now. I want to get a conversation going, but is death really... Chris's death made me feel sad. Chester's death has made me feel angry. And anger is good. Angry gets shit done. I want to get stuff done. I mean, I created this channel for a purpose, and I hope I could do some good with it, but what can you do? That's the question. What can you do to show active compassion for somebody else? Go out of your way. Take 5 minutes, take 20, take an hour, take longer. Do something. Because we're losing too many heroes. Well, that's enough pontificating for now. Chester, hope you're at peace. I just want to say thank you, and that we will all miss you. And we'll get on as best we can. To everybody else, go out there and embrace fiery compassion.